just come upstairs just for a quick chat about, 'cause I was just having a think. Because I had my son a year ago, or just over a year ago, um, obviously I put on weight in pregnancy. And I mean, I've never been a skinny girl. I've been slim, not skinny, because skinny doesn't look right on me. And I've been told off friends and ex-boyfriends that when I've been smaller, like skinnier, it's not suited me. And I thought it did, but people said it didn't. So I was probably a bit too small. Because I've always been like either, I think I've been a size 8 years ago. That does not look right on me. I can be like a good size 10, but mainly be between a 10 and a 12. And then me being a little bit bigger is a 14, but normally between a 10 and a 10 and a 12, or I should say 11 and a half. You know, at a good weight that looks good on me. And I'm always up and down in weight anyway, and like girls fluctuate and this, that, and every blah blah blah. But obviously, I don't know. It's just mad because when I had my first son 16 years ago, you just get it in your head sometimes. I used to think, oh, yeah, I remember thinking I was big then, this, that, and the other. And I found a picture. I'll have to find it in a bikini 4 months after having Tyler, and I was like that, and I was like, God, I don't remember that. I remember thinking I was bigger, because I do think sometimes you do look in the mirror and think you're bigger than you are sometimes. And then there was another time, I mean, this was years after, this was only like 8 years ago. I was on holiday with my mum and my sister, and because my mum and my sister were so tiny anyway, I've always been more curvy. I've got boobs and hips and things where they're smaller than me. They're there in their bikinis, I'm in mine. I was thinking, God, I must look like King Kong or the Incredible Hulk or something. That's the image that I had in my head. And then I found a picture again on holiday with them, and I was like, what? Why was I thinking that? I had a really nice figure, just in proportion everywhere. And I'd say myself, I looked really nice in it. I was like, why do we think like this? Why do we, always think we're bigger than we are or something? So this is where this post comes in to what I'm going to say now is, because I had Finn, I did put weight on, and I put quite a lot of weight on. And it went everywhere, obviously. And my boobs went bigger, which just get on my nerves. That's just another story. So I sort of didn't want to be one of them girls, like, when I had my baby, to be like, oh my God, I need to be in a size 0 pair of jeans after I've had my baby. That's all good and well for them girls who just seem to ping back to size straight after, or whatever, even if it's not eating or it's just natural, whatever. And that's fine, but I'm not one of them people anyway. So, and also this time round, because I'm older anyway, I thought it probably will stick a bit more than it did when I was younger, because I do think it's a bit easier the younger you are. But I was just like, I just really want to enjoy my son. I don't want to be worrying about how much weight I've put on and how much I've got to lose and what people think. Like constantly thinking about that all the time. I just wanted to sort of concentrate on my baby. But obviously at the same time, I was knackered anyway, so I didn't have, and because I was on my own and stuff, I just didn't have the time to do stuff. Like before I had Finn, or even a few years ago, I was running and I really enjoyed it. But I have a bit of a funny knee sometimes, so I'm not sure if I could do it anymore. But when I was running, I lost loads of weight, and then I started a bit of weight training, and I don't know if I've got a picture of that somewhere, but I toned up and lost a lot of weight, and I was doing P90X as well, which if any of you know what that is, I know a friend whose fella couldn't even do that, and I did that. I mean, it's every day for now. I just haven't got time to do that, but I just want to get back to feeling good about myself again, because I've got about, I'd say about a stone and a half to lose at the most, and I'm sure most of that is on my boobs. I'm sorry if I weighed my boobs, I'm sure they'd be about the picking stone that I need to lose, I'm sure. And having big boobs, some girls might think it's really, it's not. It's not really good to have big boobs. Sometimes you can wear things because it sort of hangs off the top of your boobs, skims over your stomach. It actually makes you look bigger than you are. So I actually look bigger when I wear more floaty things, which I tend to do. And when I wear fitted things, I tend to look slimmer. And I got told that off a friend as well. And she was like, Janine, you need to wear more fitted. And I'm like, no, I need to lose a bit more weight first. She's like, yeah, but you're not as big as you think you are. Even though you know you need to lose, stone and a half, you're not as big as you think you are. But so I did. But I mean, say about 2 months ago, I was on a fitness thing and I was doing well. But then my mum came down, and because my mum, I just feel like I can't. Sorry, mum, if you're watching, but you know it's true. I just feel like I can't do anything. Like I don't want to go and exercise because she'll be thinking, "Oh, what are you doing?" I can't relax. So I think one time when she came down for a few days. So I left the exercising, and then because I left it for about 3 days, and I was doing it every day. Like, well, I'll show you in a minute what I was doing. Um, I left it and then I got out of it and I was like, for God's sake. So I've left it a few weeks now, so I'm gutted because I should have just done it. So now I'm thinking, right, on Monday coming up, I'm going to start it over. I'm not going to start from where I'd got up to like week 5 that was on or something. I'm going to start it right back from the beginning. So, because I want to show you as well. And I'm just thinking, if I do this on here, on YouTube for people to see, it might help me more as well because I know I've got to do it because I've got to show you that, hopefully that I'm losing weight and I'm exercising, and maybe I can show you what I'm eating, write it down in a diary and show you what I'm actually doing. Then if I do lose weight, obviously you can see how I've lost it, and hopefully it'll keep me doing it because I know I've got to like record it and show you what I'm doing. And the other thing is, you know what it's like, girls, men. It's not just girls, is it? Men as well. Is I don't feel comfortable in myself. If you say, "Oh, you look all right," yeah, I look all right, but I'm not. I'm not my normal self. I'm not letting myself go just because I've had a baby. I've really got to try and push it now. And obviously, I know I keep saying it, I'm 40 next year. I don't want to get to 40 and just think, no, it doesn't matter. It does matter, and it's not just for like trying to look nice or good, like for myself. It's not really about for men or other people. It's for me because I just feel uncomfortable in myself being having a few more pounds. Not that there's anything wrong if you're carrying a few more pounds. I just don't feel right, and I've got loads of clothes in my wardrobe. That's another reason why I said I haven't been shopping for ages. That I bought before I was pregnant because I didn't actually think I could get pregnant. Um, that I want to get back into, and it's not I want, I will get back into them, but I've just got to get in that mindset again. And if my mum comes down, I've just got to do it. I've not got to let anything distract me and put me off. I mean, it's hard sometimes, obviously, because I've got a baby. Sometimes if he's a good baby, but obviously if he's playing up sometimes, or we've had a bit of a stressing day or something, I'm gonna feel tired, and it's hard to get that motivation to like be like, right, give him his tea, give him a bath, put him to bed. Oh, I'll have my tea. Right, I'm going to exercise now, because it's like as soon as you sit down, you're like, oh, just don't want to move. You just don't want to move. So, but I'm just gonna do it. I just need to do it, even if I just get 10 minutes in or something. I'm going to do it and record it and show you, hopefully, and yeah, just not let anything distract me. Because when I was exercising, and even a couple of years back when I toned up and lost weight, I was now. It's all right if you go to the gym. It's fair enough if you've got time to go to the gym. Now I don't, especially now because I mean, even before I had Finn, I could have gone to the gym because my other son's 16 now, so it's not like he needs babysitting. And the gyms, I've got quite a lot of gyms around me, and they're dead near. It's just the fact that by the time I got ready, got to the gym, faffed around and got ready at the gym, I'd have actually done a workout at home. Do you know what I mean? And then I'd be showered and everything by the time I would have come out of the gym. But I just don't see the point, because if you can't afford it, and it's not because I couldn't afford it or anything or whatever, it's just that I had stuff at home. You can actually do stuff at home, girls, boys. You don't actually need to go to the gym. Or if you're feeling a bit like you feel, I know this sounds stupid, but I know some people feel like this, like you're carrying a bit too much weight and you feel embarrassed of going to the gym because you're scared that everyone's looking at you. Not that anyone's really bothered, because they're too bothered in concentrating on the exercises that they're doing and themselves, so they're not really that bothered, you know, at what you're doing. You can do stuff at home, and then maybe when you've lost some weight, then if you really want to go to the gym, you could go then when you're feeling maybe a little more confident about yourself. But I had, I've got loads of DVDs. I have loads of DVDs, fitness DVDs, but in the end, I ended up getting the little dumbbell barbells, because I was doing a DVD. I think it was a Jennifer Nicole Lee, which you had to have these sort of ones where you can change, you know, the different weights, because mine are not girly weights, you know, the little plastic pink things. Need proper weights. And girls, it doesn't bulk you up on steroids or anything. Women are so scared that weight training bulks you up. If you actually go and read about it, YouTube it and stuff, it doesn't, unless you're like proper powerlifting and stuff, and I don't know, whatever. But I got them, and then I can't actually pick it up because it's under my dressing table, but I got a big, is it a barbell? A big one for doing squats with, and that's under there. And then a few weeks ago, I got a curling bar for your arms. I haven't actually used that yet because there was a routine that I was supposed to be doing that doesn't include that yet. So after I'd finished this, I think it was a 12-week fitness plan thing, then I can go on to that, because this isn't this isn't to do with that. It's to do with just let me grab one. It's to do with, Jesus, it's heavy. What I've been doing is the kettlebells, but mine are you can get smaller ones, because this is, I don't know, what would that be? Is that 8 kilos? Is that right? Kilos, is it? Sorry about that, camera's just cut off again. So yeah, so I was saying kettlebells, and I have 2 of these as well, because along with those I got this book. I don't know how long ago it was, it might have been 2 years ago. I got this book, and you can see I've been doing it because I marked the pages off when I was doing it. Kettlebells for women, and it's workouts for your strong, sculptured and sexy body. And I've marked it off because it was like it's like a 12-week program, and I marked them off, and the exercises are like, I don't know if you can see. If you can see, I don't know if you saw that, but basically you've got, I think it's 12 weeks. Let me see. Yeah, it's 12 weeks. Yeah, 12 weeks, and every week there's something different. Like, if you can see week 1 there. Like one day it'll be a workout 1, so you just look in the book to workout 1 and copy it. So it's like workout 1. It'll just tell you to go to different exercises, and you just copy it, and then it'll tell you how many times to do it. Like you might have to swing it for 10 times, but then you'll do something else, then you'll come back round to it. So you might end up doing it 3 times and like 10 swings or something, or whatever exercise it is, but it's all to do with kettlebells. So yeah, so you do that, and then as the weeks go on, it's I should say it's every day. It's near enough. No, I think you get 2 rests, but it's like week 1's like workout 1, then it's joint mobility, active recovery. So that's like stretching. Then it's workout 2, so you follow that one, and then after that it's joint mobility and active recovery again. That's like stretching, and then it's workout 1. So you go back to workout 1 again. And then Saturday you've got a rest, and then Sunday it's workout 2. And then as you go on to week 2, it changes around. Like your rest days will be different, and your mobility, your stretching will be different. But then you'll go on to like workout 2, workout 3, so it goes up and up and up. You know, gets harder as you go along till you get to your week 12, which probably are longer, and your reps and that are probably longer as well. So it is good, and it does work because I've done it before. So I know if I eat healthily, drink my water from my filtered water bottle that I got the other day. Yeah, and basically just try and stay motivated. I know it is hard. Because like I said before, I can't remember if I said it about like, just keeping motivated, and it's hard sometimes when I just want to sit on the couch and think, God, I just want to chill out now, Finn's in bed, I can just like, the last thing I want to do is go and exercise, but, at the end of the day, I can't sit and think, oh my God, I want to lose weight, I want to look like this, I want to look like that. Well, the only way I can do it is getting off my ass and doing it, basically. So, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I've got a wardrobe full of brand new clothes with tags on that I need to get into. I don't even need to buy myself hardly any summer clothes this summer if I just do this. But like I said, I think if I do it and can show you, then it's going to keep me motivated to do it because I know I've got to show you. So I'm thinking if I do like a weigh-in every Sunday, like weigh-in Sundays, and then on a Sunday I could put like my video up of things I've eaten in the week and what I've done. And I'm also going to, because this is what I've done before, girls or boys as well, and this helps me, is I had a little file of facts. You don't have to have a file of facts, but a file of facts file. And what I do is, and it has got ones in from, because I was doing it a few weeks ago. You don't have to do this, but I think sometimes if you don't lie to yourself, because I won't lie and tell you I've been not eating this or whatever. I'll tell you truthfully what I've been eating, because there's no point. Because obviously, if I'm going to show you on the scales, it's going to tell you the truth, if I've put weight on or not. But I tend to, like, let me find a page, like, I've decorated a little bit, but I've got little cups there to say how many waters I've had and cups of tea, and I tick them off if I've drank them, because I just forget to drink water. And then you can't really see, but I write in what food I've had, and I try to find out how many calories are in. So I am sort of calorie counting too, and that's just so I know, because if I add them up, because I try and knock my calories down by at least 500. That's what I was doing when I was exercising as well. I can just see that if I fancy something sometimes and I've gone up to my full calorie intake, which I think I was having, I don't know what they say. They say if you're on a diet, have 1200, but I think I was having 15 and I knocked it down to 12. But if I see something, I think, oh, I really want that, and then look and think, no, because I've only got 50 calories left or 100, and I'm like, and I try and be good that way. But I think when you've seen it on paper, you won't believe that actually, if you don't lie to yourself and you actually write everything down that you've eaten, and then you look and you add your calories together and you're thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I have that many, in a day. So by logging it, I can see how much I've had, and then I know what I'm having for tea and if I can have a little treat or not, and whatever. Because they do say your stomach is, they say it's the size of your palm. So if you're overeating all the time and overeating, it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and then you're not going to feel fuller. So you need to shrink it down a bit if you're trying to lose weight, because you're only really supposed to, I think, size of your meals is supposed to be what, like, fit in your hands, so I've heard. So if you're eating and overeating all the time, you're just stretching your stomach, you're getting bigger and you're getting bigger. So, and I can show you that. So if I log down in here weekly what I'm having, roughly what I think my calories are, because I do try and go on Google and stuff and try and I know there's all apps and stuff, try and work out how many calories on it. It does help, and you will be like, oh, but you don't have to do that, but healthy eating and stuff. But if I log down in there, you can see that, and then I can go on the scales. I can show you that, because I'm totally not bothered who sees this, who knows what weight I am. We all go up and down, we're all not perfect, but I just think if I do it to show you, and I've got to do it because I think it'll motivate me a bit more. But yeah, and I could probably show you some exercise things as well as I go along. Hopefully I'll be right for summer, because that's another thing I'm looking forward to. But I don't want to go into this summer feeling a bit I don't know what's the word, frumpy, I don't know. I'm just had enough now and I've really got to nail down and do this because I can only do it for myself, so no one else can do it for me. But yeah, so if I do that on Sundays, like a weigh-in Sunday, and then I can put things in to show you what I've done in the week. If I get any tips or ideas as well. So yeah, so hopefully this Sunday I'll do a post of what I actually weigh now, and I'll weigh myself on the scales and show you. And if I've got any bits and bobs to say or put in, then I'll do it on Sunday, and then we'll start from like, you know, basically Sunday, Monday, because I could have started today, but I want to start fresh on a new week. I know it sounds daft, let's all start on Monday, but it's just easy to remember where I am in my diary and everything. So I'll start on Monday, but I will do the weighing this Sunday so you can see what I'm actually weighing at the minute. Won't that be nice? Yeah, so scary because I've not weighed myself. I've not really weighed myself for a bit, because that's the other thing as well with kettlebells and when you're doing weights. Sometimes like you're losing fat, but you're putting muscle on, and muscle actually weighs more than fat. So sometimes you don't move that much on the scale, so you don't actually think you're losing weight. You're toning up and stuff, and you don't actually think you're losing weight because muscle weighs more than fat, but it's leaner, it's smaller. So that's sometimes why, if you think you're not losing weight, that's why. So that's why they say maybe in the end I'll stop weighing myself. Finn's just woke up, and you're supposed to measure yourself. So I'll see how it goes anyway. So I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.